My name is Judith Daniel. I'm married, aged 67, living in Wiltshire. I'm now working part-time, having had a very full-time career working in the film industry, makeup artist. I'd had complaints from my beloved, my husband, about, he usually said when I was stressed, but about snoring and almost a choking snore. That's what upset him. And then he did wake me up quite often. It got more and more frequent because he'd say I'd stopped breathing. I was an exhausted mess. And then from being exhausted through the day, I had to do a lot of, I was abroad this time, working. I was having to pull off freeways, and at 8 or 10 lanes deep, that can be a bit tricky, and finding somewhere to have a siesta, I found I was waking up not just tired and not having the energy, but actually feeling as though I had a hangover. But this was happening every day. I was able to get an appointment with a doctor who I heard was extremely good diagnosing people. He said, I'm sending you to a sleep laboratory. This, I am sure, is something called sleep apnea, which I didn't know what he was talking about. 2 days later, I was wired up in quite a small, very comfortable room with a charming nurse. It was extremely comfortable and I was asleep. I was woken up before midnight, which was within 2 hours, which they said was very unusual. They'd had me stop breathing twice, which was a worry. They fitted me with a nasal mask, that's what I'm calling it. It went over my nose, not my mouth. And they had to wake me at 7 a.m. that morning. I felt magical, really magical. I had enough energy for 2 days. I had had such a good sleep. I was then sent to ResMed clinic where I received my first ResMed machine. All I knew was I wanted the same kind of sleep that I'd had, which would have been about 6.5 hours with the machine. I also suffer from high blood pressure, cholesterol, and fairly recently, by that I mean the last sort of 4 years, type 2 diabetes. Compared to what it was before I went on to ResMed, my cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes too has improved dramatically. I am usually the one up first, putting on the coffee, very happy early morning person. The people I work with and meet at 5 in the morning, hopefully a bit later, I need to be at my most productive. I don't have to do any acting. I am feeling wide awake and very happy, having had a good night's sleep. It's made such a difference to my way of life.